welcome back. I'm Keisha. I am making soup today. I have some onions here, some carrots, some leftover ham I pulled out of the freezer. I'm going to make bean soup with some cornbread today. So that is for dinner tonight. I will be sharing with you 3 dinners that I eat during the week, kind of on a regular basis in the wintertime. The bean soup is one of my newer favorites. I've been starting to enjoy it a little bit more because it's wintertime, it's cold, and you know, it's just kind of a nice little hearty meal. The next 2 dinners that I'm making are usually dinners that I will eat leading up to a weigh-in. So I don't know about anybody else, but I usually try to keep my eating on point, especially in the few days leading up to a weigh-in. We'll share tonight is bean soup, and that's what we're having. So I need to get my vegetables in the pot and get that going. When I make this bean soup, I kind of just throw stuff in that I have together with it. So I already have some pre-soaked pinto beans, and I'm gonna just fry up the vegetables a little bit, saute them. Right, I've got my carrots and onions all softened up. I put a little salt and pepper in there, but I'm going to go ahead and season some more. Dump a bunch of garlic in there. I got a large bay leaf. I'm going to throw that in there. The ham is not quite thawed out all the way, but that's fine. I soaked 2 pounds of beans, but I don't know if I need to use all of them. Kind of a lot. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll do most of them. Yeah. And I can just freeze the rest of these for another dinner. Go ahead and salt some more, pepper some more. And I love lots of garlic. Try to give that a little bit of a stir. Well, it's a little less than a half gallon of turkey stock here. And then I'll just finish it off with water if I need to. And that looks actually pretty good, so. Just a tiny bit more, just to make it a full 2 quarts. There we go. Now we're going to bring this up to a boil and then turn it down, and I'm going to let it simmer for a couple hours. Alright, I'll come back when it's time to make the cornbread to go with the beans. Alright, I'm back to make the cornbread, and I have a recipe here on my phone. So I'm just going to do a cup of cornmeal, cup of flour, 2/3 cups of sugar, baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Give that a whisk. It also calls for a cup of milk. I do not have a cup of milk, so we're going to do something different. Instead of milk, we are going to use water and a little bit of butter, and I just happen to have just a little bit of butter on this little tray. Kind of give it a little swirl, see if I used warm water, like lukewarm water, so hopefully it'll melt down a little bit. Didn't really want to melt the butter. We're going to do 1 egg and a 1/3 cup of oil. And then now we'll add our water with a little butter in it to replace our milk. Let's mix this up. I have a small greased baking sheet here, and I'll just pour it in. And that cornbread's going to go in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. And I already tasted the beans, and they are delicious. So I'm super excited. I can't wait until they're done. Well, friends, here is my finished bean soup with cornbread. Mine is a double serving, so I think that's a little over like 750 calories for the whole bowl there. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna eat for dinner. All right, good evening, friends. It is night 2 of my dinners leading up to my weigh-in this Friday, and we are having air fryer pork chop with roasted sweet potato and Brussels sprouts. So I was actually going to do baked chicken, but then I just figured it's probably just easier to do the pork chop because it was like already in a smaller package, and yeah, so I don't know, I just figured it'd be faster and easier. And I'm all about, you know, doing things easier because I don't like to spend a lot of time cooking. So I have about 19 ounces of sweet potato here that I'm just gonna cut up into like bite-sized, kind of smallish pieces so they cook faster. Thinking these will go about, I have my oven preheating at 425, and I think I'll check them at about 25 to 30 minutes because I like them pretty nice and like roasty. So I was gonna chop these Brussels sprouts in half, but I think I'm gonna leave them the whole size that they are. And this was just a pack of frozen Brussels sprouts, and I did thaw them out to get these Brussels on there. Drizzle some olive oil over the top. Get a good amount of salt in there. And some black pepper. Let me get some garlic too. The garlic right here. And I'm just gonna get my hands in here and just toss it around. That looks good. All right, our oven is done preheating at 425. I'm gonna pop these in, check them in about 25 minutes. I got 2 pork chops. They're about 7 ounces each. I'm gonna make a little coating for them. Let's see, where's my scale? So I count my calories for my Parmesan cheese here. I'm gonna do, I think, about 3 tablespoons, about 22 grams of this. Okay, just gonna go in with some salt and some pepper. And this is garlic herb seasoning. See, 1.2 grams for a quarter teaspoon is a serving. That's 5 calories. So we should do at least, let's just do 5 grams. That will be, I think, about 4 servings. So we just gotta get that mixed up there. And I don't even think I'll use all of this, but that's a lot. Probably could have went with just 2 teaspoons of Parmesan. Now I'm just gonna give these a little coating with olive oil. Drizzle just a tiny bit. And kind of rub that around. This will be our, that was probably about a teaspoon each of oil. Just cover it up. All right, this will be really yummy. I'm going to wait till the potatoes and Brussels sprouts are about halfway done before I start the pork chops, because these will only take about 8 or 9 minutes in the air fryer. I think I'm gonna do them about 375. It'll take about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, I'm ready to do the pork chops. I'm gonna spray the inside there. Going to load up my pork chops. I think I'm just gonna sprinkle a tiny bit more on top, and then I'll give those a spray on top. we'll put these in at we'll go 380. And we'll do 9 minutes, flipping halfway through. Also, my vegetables are all done roasting. They smell delicious. All right, pork chops are done. I'll take the smaller one so that Justin can have the bigger one. Here's the plate, all set. Dinner. Dinner night 2 is complete. Hey friends, welcome back for night 3 of my 3 nights of dinners leading up to my weigh-in. I am thawed out a piece of halibut here, so we're gonna have halibut tonight with some steamed rice, and I've got some frozen cauliflower rice here that I'm gonna mix with it. So we'll be making halibut Olympia tonight with steamed rice and cauliflower rice. Alright, so first got my prepared dish. I just sprayed it a little bit. Alright, I got the oven preheating at 375. I've rinsed my fish. And let's see, we're just gonna season it with salt a little bit, a little pepper, a little garlic, and this is just on the bottom side. Now I'm gonna flip that over into the pan there, that way. A little bit more salt, a little bit more pepper, a little bit of garlic. So I'm gonna just do like maybe a spoon and a half of mayonnaise. And a couple of spoonfuls of some Greek yogurt. And just kind of mix that up. Probably won't even use all this, kind of a lot actually. I like to season my little mixture here. A little lemon juice, a little dill, and some Old Bay. I'm just gonna spread this mixture on top of the fish. Oop, it's falling over. It's falling off, so I guess it's a good thing I made a lot. We'll just sprinkle the top with some breadcrumbs. And that's it. I'm gonna pop that in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. I'll probably check it after 20 minutes. I'm thinking it might go about 25 though. So there you go. Alright, gotta clean my mess up here, and I'm waiting for the oven to finish preheating so I can get that fish in there. Then really all I have to do is heat up the cauliflower rice, and my rice is already done in my rice cooker here, which if you've never used a rice cooker and you like eating rice, super fun. I love these things. I don't know what I did. For years and years and years I never used a rice cooker, but I don't know what I was thinking because these things are amazing. While I'm gathering this stuff up to put away, I just want to do a quick little plug for my daughter, my oldest daughter. She has entered into a Covergirl contest for Inked magazine, and they are doing voting starting 1 week from today on February 6th. So I would like to ask all of you to please go and vote for her. I will leave all of her information in the description. Super excited for her. I'm so proud of her. She's really putting herself outside of her comfort zone doing this, and I think it would just be amazing to see her on the cover of Inked magazine. I will be plugging this for the next couple of videos leading up to when the voting starts, so check out the description below. I will leave the link there so that you can go and vote for her on February 6th. Alright, let me get this fish in the oven. Friends, here is the final plate. I got about 6.5 ounces of halibut there with a cup of cauliflower rice and a half a cup of white jasmine rice and a little tiny pat of butter, so maybe half a tablespoon. There you go. So that's dinner, night number 3 before the weigh-in. So been drinking a gallon of water every day. I've been staying within my calorie budget, and not quite hitting the protein goal, but I've managed to get probably about 140 grams of protein a day. So yeah, been doing good. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I will leave a link for more videos, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!
You through, 'cause we only want what's best for